We use three basic ligature ties in the POS system: the standard 4-wing tie, a 2-wing rotation tie, and a double over tie. The standard 4-wing tie begins with a bend of from 40 to 45 degrees to the preformed ligature at the first bend. This enables the operator to slide the ligature over the wire and engaging the bracket in one motion. This motion is from mesial to distal or distal to mesial, depending on where you need to place the pigtail. The pigtail is always placed on the side of the bracket where the arch wire needs to be held the tightest. Now make 2 or 3 twists in the ligature wire. Holding tension on the wire with the left hand, engage the math-out plier with the right, squeezing to lock. Now change the left hand to hold the arch wire into the slot as you tighten the ligature pigtail by turning the hemostat with the right hand. Be sure not to tighten the arch wire down into the bracket by merely twisting the ligature tie. Debinding of brackets will result. The pigtail is cut to a length of 2 or 3 millimeters with a pin and ligature cutter and tucked under the bracket. A ligature director instrument, or the closed end of the pin and ligature cutters, may be used for this purpose. It is best not to place the pigtail directly on top of the arch wire. The patient will then often complain more of sharpness. Instead, you may tighten the pigtail slightly to the side of the arch wire to obtain a smoother surface. Now let's do the 4-tie wing tie on a patient. We start by making the angle of from 40 to 45 degrees on the ligature wire. Then in one motion, engage the bracket over the arch wire. Holding tension, give it 2 or 3 twists, and then engage with the math-out plier. Be sure to hold the bracket in place with your finger and to secure the wire down. You can then cut and tuck with the pin and ligature cutter. The second ligature tie used in the POS system is the rotation tie. This tie is used to obtain a tighter tie on one side of the bracket as is needed when correcting rotations of teeth. The preformed ligature is used in its original form. The end of the loop is engaged gingival or incisal on the mesial or distal tie wing, whichever side the arch wire must be deflected the most. In a vertical motion, the occlusal tie wing is engaged, the same 2 or 3 twists are made with the hands, the math-out plier is engaged, and the ligature tightened as the left hand holds the wire into the slot to prevent debonding. Let's now look at the rotation tie on a patient. In this case, we will tie in the distal tie wing of the incisor bracket, going from a gingival to an occlusal direction. Using our finger again to hold the arch wire into place as we tighten down the ligature wire on the bracket. Using a curette is often helpful if the arch wire gets out of place. Let's now look at it from another direction. We will tie in the distal tie wing of the cuspid. Again, be sure to hold the arch wire in place with your finger as you tighten. The third ligature tie used in the POS system is the double over tie. This tie is used when the wire is placed too far from the bracket to engage with any other method. The purpose is to deflect the wire towards the bracket only. The next month, a more exacting tie may be made. The preformed ligature tie shape is altered to make an open square at the end. If the arch wire is gingivally positioned relative to the slot, then the incisal tie wings only will be engaged. If the arch wire is incisally positioned, the gingival tie wings only will be engaged. Slip the ligature wire under the arch wire and engage the two tie wings. Pull the ligature wire tight. Now take one end of the ligature and come over the top of the arch wire, engaging the same two tie wings of the bracket. Now start the pigtail by giving 2 to 3 twists with your hands. Hold the arch wire towards the bracket with your left finger as you tighten the pigtail with twists of the math-out plier. Now let's view the double over tie on a patient. In this case, the arch wire is placed more gingivally, so we will engage the incisal tie wings. As we tighten, the arch wire will be placed more towards the arch wire slot. In this case, the arch wire will be engaged into the arch wire slot fully.